Hey everyone, thanks for joining Learn to Play Games. My name is Lance, and in today's video I'm going to be playing through G.I. Joe, the Deck Builder. This is a newer game from Renegade Games. It is a 1 to 4 player game that takes roughly 1 to 2 hours to play, and is a fully cooperative game where all the players are working together as the G.I. Joes to bring down Cobra and his evil minions and all that, trying to defeat the mission that you've chosen to go on. So in this video, I'm going to be playing 3 different characters, and I'm going to do my best to do all the rules properly, of course, but the rulebook is a little iffy, and there's a couple of little things that are missing in it. And I've checked through the FAQs, so I've done my best to try to do this, but as always, if you notice anything that I get wrong, let me know in the comments down below. Or also let me know your strategies as well. If there's something in the video that I do that you're like, wow, what did he do that for? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you and love to see how everybody does this one. So let's go ahead and head to the table and we'll start looking at this. So the very first thing I want to do is choose my characters. So I like to do it randomly just to kind of keep things interesting and see who I get for this. So let's go ahead and shuffle these up, and we'll start off with my player over there is going to be Duke. So I'll place Duke in there, and I'll add his card over there. All right, and then I like to eliminate a couple of characters. I know I'm kind of quirky with some of this stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the next 2 characters, the ones that I will not be using for this. So let's go ahead and go with Lady J and Snake Eyes. So they are not going to be in this game. So then we're down to 3. All right, next we have Flint. And finally, we're going to go with Roadblock. All right, so the rest of these will be placed off to the side. I need Roadblock over there. All right, so from here, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video because I'm going to have to shuffle up all these decks, and there's no point in having you guys sit through it. So I'll be right back. All right, so I'm ready to move back into it, and I've gone ahead and dealt each one of my characters. You start off with 5 cards in your hand, and we're ready to move into the very first round. During the first round, you will not have a mission card that's going to be out, so you kind of get 1 free round to start trying to build up your deck without any major problems starting it out. So we're going to go ahead and start off with my first player over here, and with Duke, he's got 4 GIs and the comms. So there's not much else I can do. So I'm going to go ahead and spend the 4 GIs. I get to purchase some stuff. Be great to have that one, but I don't have enough for that. So this first mission is going to be stealth and tracker. So that would be a good one to potentially get. I think, though, I'm going to go with this detonator. All right, so then I will add a new card. This is going to go to the top of my deck. These will be discarded. And I'll start by drawing 5 more cards. Okay, moving over to the middle player. All right, so I got comms and fuse with 3 guys this time. So I have 3 buying power. Let me see what my last guy has just so I have an idea. He also has 3, so neither one of us are going to have a big turn. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy mainframe. So I'll add him. These will be discarded. Okay. And finally my guy over here. Ooh, another one. All right. So he's also got 3. So there's not a whole bunch he can buy, but I am going to go ahead and buy Muskrat, as he is pretty nice for only 2 points. And I'll just waste that last point for that one. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is going to finish off the first round. So then we are going to move into the end of round phase. So during this phase, first off, if the mission card is out, you're going to have to handle any effects on that had to define the end of round phase. And then if you have also any of the other officers out, then they have any effects. If you have any cards that have any effects, which currently we don't, then the final thing is to handle any effects on your threat markers. So currently we don't have any there, but then at the end of the round, the second part of this is going to have you move that marker up 1 space on the track. All right, so now to begin the new round, the very first step is to reveal a mission card. So we have find the tracking device. To create an accurate signal transfer, Cobra needs to place the tracking device near the location. The Joes cannot let this happen. All right, so this one is going to have me, the effect is going to put Major Blood into play. And he has an effect at the start of each player's turn. You're going to place a Cobra Battalion on an uncovered card in the lineup with a cost of 5+. So, and then this one is going to have us place 2 complications out, face down until we decide to go on the mission. This one, it needs to have 4 successes. And if we're successful, then we get to downgrade our threat by 1, and each player gets to draw a card. If we're not successful, then each player is going to gain a Cobra Trooper. All right, so then moving into my player's turn, that is going to trigger his step. So he's going to place a battalion on the first that has the first card that has a 5 or higher. So that is going to be Torpedo. All right, over to my turn. Let's see what I got here. So I have that detonator. So target player may destroy 1 card in their discard pile. So that could be handy to start helping us thin our decks out, which I think I'm going to go ahead and play. And what did I have in mind? Because I can target myself. So I think I'm going to do that with the comms. So I'm going to go ahead and destroy that card. And then, let me see, I have 2 regular GIs, and I also have Duke in here, so I can put 1 GI from your discard pile into your hand. So that's pretty nice. So I'm going to go ahead and go after Major Blood here and try to get rid of him. So I'm going to initiate that with my leader Duke. And when I play him, it says that I can put 1 GI from your discard pile into your hand. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and add at least 1 more for now, and we'll see what the other players want to do. So I think with him, I'm going to go ahead and play Roadblock. This one says if there's a gear card in play this mission, I get to add 1 wild skill or draw a card. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a card as part of that. And I am going to, I think I will play a GI with this player too. All right, so that is my 4 using my Vamp vehicle. And so with that, he has Marksman and Vehicles. So my first player here does not get any of that. So he's only going to get 2, 1 for each one of the Joes. My player here is going to get 1 for this guy, and this guy does have Marksman, so he's going to get +2. So I'm going to have 5 to work with here. So let's see what I get here. I need at least 4 to finish off Major Blood. I got 3. All right, so let's see if anybody has anything that can help me. So I do have a reroll here. Does my player have anything? First off, I do not. My player here does have 1, so he's going to play his first. So reroll 1 die, and he fails. All right, so then over to my other player. So this will go into his discard. He is also going to play his to try to help out. All right, we just need 1. Come on, die. Don't fail me now. Hey, all right, so we got it. And we have passed. So Major Blood has been eliminated, at least for now. So he's going to be placed back in there, and at least we won't have that effect until that triggers again if we don't defeat him at the end of the round. All right, so each one of these guys will be discarded. We did defeat the mission, so I'm going to go ahead. If this card is part of a successful mission, you may destroy it. So he's going to go ahead and destroy that. Over to my player here, I'm going to go ahead. I don't really have anything else to do at the moment. I could initiate another mission, but I think I'm going to hold off here. And that is going to, I'll have to spend those in my second part where I can purchase. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 buying power. And I think I'm just going to upgrade Duke right away. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of him and add my upgraded Duke, so I get him on the top of my deck, and the rest of this will get discarded. All right, then I draw. I have 2, so I have to cycle these. All right, 2, 5. All right, so I got a reroll. Oh, I got, okay, nice. All right, over to the middle player. Now we don't have any effects that are currently in play, so let's see what we got here. All right, Stealth and Tracker. Unfortunately, I do not have either one of those with him. And I don't think I had any over here. I do have stealth with Muskrat, so I might try to finish it off during his turn. Maybe try to get some more cards here with mine. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and move right into my purchasing part of my phase. I have 4 buying power. Unfortunately, well, actually, what am I doing? Let's just go ahead and try to get rid of that battalion first. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with Mainframe and see if I can do it with him. He has a tech of 4, and I can use any skill, so I'm going to go ahead and try him first. And I got 2, which is exactly what I needed. So at least that is out of the way. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and spend these 2. As Flint does not get his effect triggered, so I only have 4 purchasing. And everything is expensive. So I guess I'm going to go with this as my first card, and we'll see what comes up as the second. Okay, so I cannot, let me purchase one of these. All right, so that is the 4 that I have for this. So then I'm going to draw back up, 3, and shuffle. All right, then I'm going to move over to the last player to go this round, and we'll see what happens with that player. All right, so I got 3, 4, and 5. And I have the 2 that I just got, and just a couple of GIs. Okay. So over to my last player. I have 3 GIs and Muskrat. And he also has stealth, so that might actually be pretty good. Let me see. Does anybody else have anything that could help me? This player does not. So I might just want to... I do have a reroll with him. Recon and Marksman. No, that's not going to help me. All right. I will put a GI in from him, and I'm going to go ahead and initiate with Muskrat and play 2 more. So that'll give me some cards to work with here, and he might be able to help me out. All right, so first off, that's going to give me 1. Well, before I do that, I have to resolve the 2 complications here. Whew. All right, so we have Underwater Entrance. The story mission difficulty is +1 this turn. Oh no, so it's at 5, and this one is Put Major Blood back into play. Fantastic. All right, so now I'm going to get 1 for that. I'm going to get 1 for both of those. I do have Stealth, which is going to give me 3, but before that, I also have this ability here. So it says roll 5 dice for each 2 rolled. Each 2 side rolled, so for the 2 stars rolled, I get to add +1 hit to this mission. So I'm going to go ahead and roll these first. Come on, 2s. This would really help if we get a couple in here. And no. All right, so that was a dud. All right, and then he's going to get 3 for his stealth ability. All right, so I'm going to get to roll 6, and I need 5 results here, or 5 stars. I don't have a good feeling about this one. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, so I've got 3. I don't think there's any way I'm going to get more than that out of this. I have 1 reroll from him and nothing here. So that is a failed attempt. So this is going to go away. And let's see here. So each player is going to gain a Cobra Trooper. So this is going to add right to the discard pile. Actually, that. And his is over here. All right. Okay. That takes care of that. And then I have 1 more I can play. There's nothing else I can do with him right now. So then it's into purchasing. I have 3. Unfortunately, all of them are 5s. except for him who's 4. But that's not going to matter. So I guess I'll buy one of these. All right, so this is discarded, and then I have to draw a new hand. So and that is going to be the end of the round. So there is no mission card out there at the moment. So then we don't have, the Major Blood isn't going to trigger anything at the moment. So then we're on to resolving this. So it's going to move it up at the end of the round, and then it'll move it up again during the second part of that. All right, so at least that mission didn't move it up for failing it. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, back over to my player here. So I'm going to have to reveal a new card. So this one is Protect the Satellite. Cobra has used mysterious devices to teleport a massive battalion into the facility to steal the military satellite. So when this card enters play, add 2 Cobra battalions to the lineup. So there's 1 there and 1 there. And then this is also going to have 2 complications, and that's it. So this one is either a success or fail, and it's going to either increase or decrease the threat by 2. All right, at the start of his turn, then we're going to add another one in there because of Major Blood, and we're ready to go here. So I'm going to start off with this first. So this lets target player may destroy 1 card in their discard pile. So I'm going to go ahead and destroy one of those troopers. All right. I do have Duke, the upgraded, promoted leader Duke. He has some pretty decent abilities, so I could potentially use him either to go after the mission or after Blood. I think I'm going to go after Blood because I don't want to be adding a bunch more of those, and I don't know if I'm quite ready yet to go and finish off this mission. So I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go after Blood. So I'm going to use these 2 here. So it says I can put a GI from my discard pile into your hands. So I do have 1 in there. And then GIs on this mission gain an additional +1 wild skill. So this GI is actually going to be worth 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and play this guy here, and we'll see if anybody else wants to do anything here. I don't know if I want to be popping those. Well, I'll throw 1 out there. So that'll give me some additional. So 2 for each of those, and then I'm going to get 3 for Duke because he has Marksman. So I'll have to roll 1 additional die after this. I need 4 successes. Oh yeah, I don't even need that, so I'm good there. All right, so Blood is back out. And 2, 4, 6. I think I'm going to stay with that. He will destroy that. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and move into purchasing. I did have a reroll, but I didn't need it. Okay. There's another marksman, so I could grab Leatherneck to help me out on that mission when it comes time. Or I do have a sniper rifle would be good as well. I think I'm going to take the sniper rifle. All right. That's going to go into my hand. These are going to be discarded along with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What else did I get? Just a bunch of troopers. Okay. All right, over to this player here. I don't have any effects anymore, at least. So I'm going to go ahead and play 2 and 1 there. So that's going to give me 3. I'm going to try to go after one of these battalions here. Let's see. Getting another vehicle might be good. I think I'll go after the one that's covering up Tomahawk. So I need 2 successes here. Come on. I got him. Okay. All right, so that is going to go down. I'm also going to play this one here. So if you defeated a Cobra battalion this turn, I get to draw a card, so I'll get to draw one. And that'll be, that guy eliminates that. I did draw another GI, so I'm just going to go ahead and play him and see. There is a small chance I could take out another battalion here. And no. All right, and then I had the comms, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buying power. We'll go ahead and buy a Tomahawk. And I could buy that hacking gear. Roll 2 dice for each hit roll, draw a card. Okay, I think I will do that. So that is going to go straight into there. Okay, and these will be discarded. Okay, so now we're over to the final player this round. He does have Marksman. Well, this is a good time potentially to do this mission, as I got a free round. I won't have to suffer any ill effects from that. So that might be a good option, or I could just let it cook and see what happens with that. I think that might be the best option here. So let's go ahead and try to take out a couple of these battalions. I'm going to go ahead and play that one there. That's going to give me 2 dice towards that one. So I'll just go after this first one here. I need 2 successes. Well, I could take a vehicle. Or this, no. I'm going to just stick with the vamp. Nope. So that was a fail. And then I'm going to go ahead and try to use Roadblock as well. And go after another one. He has Marksman 2, so he's going to get 2 as well. And again, the vamp. And he got 1 success, so no luck there. And I have 4 buying power. I'm going to get Leatherneck, I think. Okay. All right, so he's going to go there, and these are going to be discarded. Who did I pull? Okay. All right, so end of the round. I don't have, this doesn't have any conditions on it. Then we don't have any other officers out that are causing any kinds of problems right now. So then we have to resolve this, which is going to move it up 1. In the round, it'll move it up again. So now we are in yellow. All right, moving back over to the starting player. There are no other effects in play right now, so let's go ahead and move into this. Well, maybe now would be a good time to potentially go after that. What do my other players have? Tech. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that might be good. All right. So yes, I am gonna go ahead and trigger this. So I'm gonna go ahead and play a GI. My player over here, it's end or. So he'll just play a GI as well. We'll see what happens. And then my player in the middle here, I do have mainframe, which is Tech 4, and that is one of the things on there, and I'll just play a second GI. Okay. And this is not going to help me, so I'm just going to use the vamp. All right, and then we have to resolve the complications. So first one is override security systems. It's a precision strike, tech, or martial arts. I don't think any of my characters have either one of those at this point. I think I'm going to give it to this guy over here. All right, so second one, let's see what we got here. This is captured. Discard 1 Joe from this mission. Oh. Okay. All right, so I need 4. I'm going to get 1 and 1, and then 4 from my guy here. So I need at least 4 out of the 6. All right, so we got 4 and 6, so we're good. We definitely took care of that. All right. These two were successful. I think he's going to keep his. My guy is... I think I'm going to go ahead and discard that. Start thinning this out a little bit, and then that'll be go in his discard pile. All right, so then I get to drop the mission or the threat by 2. Okay, and that was a success. All right, so the rest of his turn now, I'm going to go ahead and try to defeat one of these side missions. So I have 2 guys there. And then I'm going to play Diffuse as well, which is going to drop at 1 if I can defeat the mission. All right, so that was a fail, but I do have the sniper rifle, which is going to add +2 wilds. So I get to roll 2 more. Come on. And no luck. All right, so that was not very good. I do have 5 buying power, though. And again, I know the next mission is going to be vehicles and stealth, which that guy does not have. Scuba gear is pretty good. So I think I'll do that. I'll go after the scuba gear. New card. APC. All right. Get to draw 2, and I'm out of cards. Oof. All right. Over to my middle guy. Now we're going to have the final mission for this section 1 coming out. This is the scientist responsible for mass device technology should know how to counteract its effects, but the scientist is in Cobra's clutches. All right, so this one is we're rescuing the scientists. So we're going to add complications to this mission equal to the number of players. At the end of each round, each player gains a Cobra Trooper. Ugh. All right. So we're going to add 3 to it because we're playing with 3 players. All right. And then it's in my middle player's turn. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by using this. That lets me roll 2 dice. For each hit that I roll, I get to draw a card. I rolled 2 hits. Each hit rolled, yeah. So I get 2 cards. Help me a little bit. Stealth. All right, so that might help a little bit. Okay. All right, yeah, I think I actually could possibly pull that off. So yeah. All right, I am going to try to go after him. So I'm going to go ahead and play Flint to trigger the mission. And I could use the Tomahawk. But let's see where we're at with this. So if there are +2 transports in the hangar, so there is, target player gets to draw a card. So who do I want to draw a card? I think, no, I'm going to have this player draw a card. All right, so we'll see what everybody else has here. So I'm going to play Muskrat, as he has stealth, which we can use on that. So that could potentially help. And he also has that ability. Here's his, which is pretty nice. Okay. And then with my player over here, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 for that. Go ahead and add my second one here. And I think that will do at the moment. All right. So then we have the complications. So let's see what the first one is. It is disrupt the drone strike. At the end of your next turn, fail the current story mission or discard this card. This is Recon or Stealth. I'll go ahead and give it to this guy here. All right, second one is story mission, reroll 1 hit. Okay. And add Cobra 1 Cobra Battalion to the leftmost uncovered card. All right, so not horrible, I guess. All right, from there, then I'm going to get 1 die for him. I have to handle this guy first. So again, 5 dice on any 2s I get will decrease that mission by 1 per 2. Nothing again. All right, so that was that, and then I get 1 for him because I did choose to go with the stealth to get 3 out of this guy, and I get 1 for that. All right, so not a whole bunch here. I need to get 4, and then I have to reroll 1 hit result. Well, that's cruddy. Okay, so I've got 2 successes. I have to reroll 1 of them. The 2 would be great here. Nope, but I did get that 1 back at least. All right, so then do I have anything that can help me? I do have a reroll here, so I'm going to play that. And that gets me another 1. And then over here, let's see, does he have anything? Just 2 wilds. All right, so I'm going to play the sniper rifle. This lets me add 2 more dice. So I've already taken care of that, so I don't have to worry about that. So I just need 1 success. I'm going to roll these 1 at a time. There it is. Ooh, just barely. Man, so sniper rifle was clutch. All right. So muskrat is discarded. These guys will be discarded. I don't know if I want to keep thinning that out. I think I will. Yep, he's going to discard that. All right. This is pretty much a dud because it's not worth anything. And this was successful, so it's going to decrease the threat by 1. And then I get to choose a target player to draw 2 cards. So I could go with this player. Anybody else really short right now? I've got 4 with him and 3 with him. I could try to work on one of those. So yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll have my player here draw 2 and see if, well, if I do that though, what does he got over here? I have Marksman and just that, so I think I'll have him draw him instead. So he's going to get 1. Okay, so that's a little better. At least I can potentially go after that. All right. So then I'll have to shuffle those in with that as well. I don't have anything here, so I only have 3 buying power. I will go ahead and get one of these, and that'll be it. So this is going to be my first card, and then these have to be shuffled as well. All right, that's the end of my turn. So then we're going to have a new mission coming out. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. All right, so that's the end of his turn. I'll move into this guy's turn. So we're gonna have a new mission coming out, and then before I add new complication cards, I have to shuffle all of these in with the level 2s. So things are gonna get even worse. All right, over to my player over here for his turn. Well, he's not going to give me any bonuses, so I'm going to go ahead and use him, just him, to go after one of these Cobra battalions, because if he fails, then I can defeat one side mission you control, so I can end this one without even having to worry about it if he fails this. So I need 2 successes, and he got him without any problem. Of course he did. I knew he was going to. Okay. All right, so he took care of that. And then onto that side mission there, I've got 3. So I'm going to go ahead and play those. And hopefully the same kind of results are going to come up here. I need 2 successes. And there's not much else I can do at the moment. Okay. All right, so that's 2 fails, and I got 1 die left, so it needs to be a 2. It is! Oh my goodness, it's a 2. Oh, that was huge. Okay, so at least I got through that. This is going to, if I defeat a side mission this turn, I get to subtract 1 from the turn marker, so that's good. All right, and then I've got 5 buying power unless I want to destroy any of those. I don't think I do. I think I want to hold on to them for the moment. And I'll buy tunnel rats. So I'm not really buying a lot right now. Okay, so tunnel rat's going to go in there. And draw, and then at the end of my turn, I have to add a Cobra Trooper to there. I have 3 cards there, so I have to shuffle these up. All right, hopefully I can start getting some additional buying power here. I might have to let it burn that one just for the heck of it. At the start of each player's turn, add 1 card to the battalion. Oof, man, these middle ones are not fun. Okay. All right, so then I have to take 2 more. And we're over to, that is the end of the round. So, end of round effects. I already took care of that. There aren't any other effects out there. This is going to move up 1, and then at the end of the second part of the end of the round, it'll move up again. All right. Moving over to my player over here, I do have a side mission or precision mission I have to handle here. Okay. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and throw 2 down onto it. I'm going to play this as well. This lets me, target player can draw 2 cards. I am going to definitely draw 2 cards for myself. And I do have 2 more of those guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and play all 4 of them onto it. And I also have that as well. So if I can pull it off here, then I will be able to decrease the threat by 1. And I got it. So okay, good. So that's good. I don't have to worry about losing the story mission just for the heck of it. All right, that's going to drop my threat by 1 because that was a side mission. And then I can purchase. I got 4 and 7 total. So I could go after either Cover Girl or the AP. See, which one do I want? They're both pretty good. I think I'm going to do Cover Girl, though. All right. So she's going to go there. These are going to go with this card. All right, and I got Shuffle. And then I also have to add 1 in there. So I should have added him in there. Shuffle that Roadblock. Okay, there we go. What do I got here? Nice. All right. All right, over to my middle player here. He's got terrible cards. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for it because I don't want to keep on adding that stuff in there. So I'm going to go ahead and go after the main mission. So I'm going to use my mainframe here. My mainframe Joe, he's going to get 4 tech. And let's see, what else? Who else can help him out here? Explosives and Recon, Marksman. So I'm going to go ahead and play this guy here. And over here, we do have Duke. Okay. So I think I will play Duke as well. he is... No, he's not going to... Well, I don't know if I want to do that then. He's not really going to help. I think I'm just going to hold off. Does my middle player doesn't have anything either, so this could be this is quite a gamble. All right, so that's pretty much all I can do at this point, because I don't think he wants to play it. Neither one of these guys are going to help either. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go with it and see what happens here. So I'm going to get 5 dice, and I need 6 successes, plus I got the... So let's see what these are. So, oh man, so I got put Destro in, so he is going to reroll all 2 dice results against the story mission. At the end of each mission, draw 1 each round. Okay, well that is not good. Could have done without that. And at the end of your... Okay, so this is a precision strike. Stuff the recon, I'm going to give it to that player. All right. So this just got a whole heck of a lot harder. And I rolled 2 pairs of 2s. So I have to reroll both of those. I got 1 success, or 2 successes total. And I have no rerolls with him. I do have 1 with him, but even with 1 reroll, it's not going to matter. So that is going to be a failed mission. Thanks, Despero. All right. So this is going to fail. It's going to up my thing by 2. We're at 2. He's going to stay in. And that's it. So I don't have anything else for his turn. So I did have that there. These 2 are useless right now. And I have 6 buying power. I'll go ahead and buy this Sky Striker for 2, and then might as well buy that as well. Okay. All right, so that's going to go into my hand. These are going to be discarded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And then we have a new one coming out. So this one is Scan for the Secret Location. It's a race against time. Joes need to find location of the rare elements before Cobra can power the device. At the start of each player's turn, add a Cobra battalion to the lineup. -2 for each, and each player gets to draw a card, or +2, attach 1 face down complication to the next story card. And this one does not have any, so at least that I don't have to worry about that. I just have to get rid of Despero here, or Destro. All right, at the start of each player's turn, so that was he's then this. So is it still technically the start of his turn, or do we skip this one? Let me see here. Feel the resolve start of turn. Yep, no, it still has an effect. So, all right, so that's going to add the 3rd one in there. I do have a Cobra Trooper that I have to deal with potentially as well. Well, I think I'm going to try to take care of Destro though first. I have the Tunnel Rat. This guy is going to give me Explosives 3. So that's good. I'll throw 1 in here because it is a group mission, so I can do that. I think we're going to hold there with that and see what happens here. All right, so he's going to get 4 dice. I need 5. Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to... Yikes. Yeah, I just don't have any martial arts or anything. I'll throw 1 more in there. At least then I get a cup, 1 more. All right. All right, let's see what happens here. This is a long shot. It's, well, it's still doable. I'm going to go ahead and play that to reroll 1 die. I need 2 successes to pull this off. And no. All right, so that's a botched battle. Because there's nothing else I can do. So these guys are discarded. These 2 are go off to the side, and then I'm going to go ahead and play this guy on a battalion. So I'm going to get Marksman 3. If for some reason I fail this, I at least get to take care of the Trooper. I got 1, so I did fail it. So the Trooper goes instead because of his conditions here. It says if this mission fails, you may defeat 1 side mission you control. So that is going to take care of that. All right, so I got 4 buying power. And I'm going to go ahead and buy that, because that's going to probably come in handy here. All right, so this is all going to go to this card. I get to draw new cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. That is going to be the end of the round. So I don't have, that's the start, so no effects there, and he doesn't have any effects either. So nothing there. This is going to move it up by 1. For that effect from that, and then it'll also move it up 1 from the end of round effects. Over to my starting player over here to start off. I do have to add another battalion, so we're closing in here. I need to start handling some of these guys here. All right, and then I also have this as well that I have to handle. All right, so does either one of my players have a Cobra card in here? No, they do not. What about this guy? He does not either. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play this first. So this lets target player destroy 1 card in the discard. So I'm going to choose this guy as he's got a fair amount. And so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of comms as well. All right, so that takes care of that. And then this is stealth and recon. So I'm going to go ahead and play this one as well. This lets me, the target player draws 2, and it is a one of those. Well, actually, I'm going to hold on to that yet first. Let's go ahead and play this guy first. This is a Recon Mission, and I can put 1 GI from my discard pile into your hand. I don't have any on that, and GIs are going to count as 1 additional this turn, which I don't have any. And I don't have any boats right now, so that's not going to necessarily help me. But I'm going to go ahead and try it anyway, so that's going to give me 3 to work on that mission. And I will play this card. Let me draw 2 additional cards. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and roll on this. I need 3 successes. And I got them. 1, 2, 3. That's nice. All right, so this has been eliminated. So that takes care of that. And then I'm going to go ahead and use her to try to defeat. Ooh, I could go after Destro here as well. But I think I'm going to do the Cobra Battalion first. So she's going to get 4 on that. And she only got 1 success. So I'm going to play this to let me reroll 1. No, man. And I'm going to go ahead and use a sniper rifle to roll 2 more. There it is. Okay, so I got 1 at least. And then I am going to play the 1 guy to try to go after another one. So it's just 1 die, and let's see if I get it. No, only 1 success. All right, that was a long shot. All right, so then I have purchasing. I have a lot of purchasing here. So 2, 4, 10, 13, 14 points of purchasing power. So let's buy this guy for 6. So that's going to bring me down to 8. I could buy Ripcord and then what do I want to do here? Okay. No, let's go ahead and drop that guy. Just wipe him out. So I got 4 buying power left. So I'll go ahead and buy that. So that gives me 13. And make sure I had 6 and 4 and yep. All right, so I'm good there. And these are going straight into my hand with 2 more cards. Okay. All right. At the start of a player's turn, I have to place a new Cobra battalion out. All right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use a inspiration utility. So each player reveals a leader from their hand and gets to draw a card. So I have a leader in my hand. I get to draw a card. Let's see. I do not have one in my hand here, and over here I do not as well. So it wasn't super helpful, but did help a little bit. All right. Let's see what to do here. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 guy, and I'm going to use the fighter jet. I think. Yeah. Which lets me take 2 guys. So I'm going to go ahead and take 2. And it adds +2 stealth to the mission. So that'll give me 4 dice at least. So I'm going to go after one of these guys here. All right, and I got plenty there. So that'll take care of that one. And I'm going to go ahead and do it again with Flint. So this actually will go to my discard. And then if there's 2 or more, which there is, then target player gets to draw a card. So I'm going to go ahead and draw and add to my hands. All right, and then he has vehicles 2, so I'm going to go 2 against that battalion there. And I got it. All right, so that gives me a little bit more leeway for a minute. And then I have 1 more guy, so I'm going to go ahead and try 1 more battalion. Why not? No luck. Okay. All right, so then it's on to purchasing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm just going to upgrade. So he's going to go there, and then this is all here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then we have to add 1 back in. Back over to my player here. All right, so I do have a Cobra Trooper there. So I'm going to go ahead and go after him. I'm going to go ahead and play these guys here. So I get 2 on him, and I'm also going to use Diffuse. And I got him. Okay. Unfortunately, that is all I've got. I have that, which isn't going to do any good for the officers at the moment. So I do have 4 purchasing power if I want it. I think target player puts 1 card in their discard pile. That is pretty nice. I think I will go ahead and destroy one of these guys because I did succeed in that mission, and I'll spend to get the smart missile into my hands. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 comes out. Okay. All right. That is the end of the round. So first off, we don't have any effects for that. Then it is going to move over to this. So I have to reveal and resolve. It's a story mission, discard 1 Joe from this mission. Lucky I got that, so no effect there. And then it's going to move up at the end of the round for 1. All right, back to the top of the order over here with my guy here. All right, so we've got explosives and martial arts, which I don't really have at the moment. Well, I'm going to go ahead and send these 2 after Destro, see if I can maybe get him down. I don't have anything I can send from that guy. I can send 1 from this guy. to try to help out. That's about it. All right. So I'm going to get, these guys are both wilds, and because we're in yellow, this one adds +1 hits to this mission. So now I'm only going to need 4 at least. So I have a wild with Wild Joe, and Ripcord also gives me 2 wilds, and I get 1 from the GI. So I'm going to get 6, and I need 4 successes. And I got 2 out of the 4 that I needed. And I don't think I have any rerolls either. I do not. I do not. So that was just wasted. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and use Cutter on one of the battalions. So he's going to get 3 that I need at least 2 successes on. And he got nothing as well. So that was a completely dudded turn. All right, on to the buying phase. I have 5 purchasing power, and we're starting to thin out here pretty bad. I need to, all right, so then I'll buy that. Okay. And this goes back into this card. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, Destro might be the one that does it here. All right, what do I got? Lots of singles. Okay, over to this guy here. I got to add 1 to start. So 1 more and the game is over. I have my Cobra Trooper again. I'll go ahead and play this to roll 2 dice. If I get a hit, I get to draw a card. Ah, and there's 2 more again. That's nice. So I get to draw 2 more cards at least. Two more. All right, so that takes care of that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play this one here. It says if you defeated a Cobra battalion this turn, I get to draw a card. So that's nice. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and use these 2 here. And I think I'm going to go with this guy here as well. So that gives me +3 recon. So I'm going to get 5 total onto one of those battalions. And I got 2 successes, so just enough. So that takes care of that. Buys me a little bit of time. If I defeat it, I get to draw a card. Okay, so that's that. And this goes to my discard pile. I'm going to play Flint. So if there are +2 transport or 2 or more transports in the hangar, I get +2 wild skill, and target player gets to draw a card. Go ahead and have him draw a card. Why not? Okay. And I'm also going to play that, which gives me +1 more wilds. So I get to use 1 skill. So I'm going to use the vehicles. Gives me 2 wild towards that, and I get 1 for the service rifle. All right. So I got 4 successes. So that's enough to take care of that, which lets me draw a card and gives me 1 on to him. So let's see if I can take care of him. Of course, I'm using the vamp with this. And I get 1 reroll. No luck. So he's going to go into my discard. All right. And then it's purchasing. So I get nothing for that. This was a dud. I think I will discard that one. So that's going to give me 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 to purchase with. Go ahead and buy Zap for 3. And I think I will buy this for 3. I got 4 left. So I think I'm just going to drop that and not spend it because I don't want to add a bunch of nothings to my deck. So I'm going to go ahead and add these 2 and draw 3 more. Okay. Ugh. All right, so then we add 1 back. And it's over to my player here. All right, so explosives and martial arts. So we're going to play this first. Let's target player pulls one card from their discard pile into their hand. So let me see what I got here. That guy doesn't have a discard pile, but I could add Flint back in. He has vehicles and tracker, which does not help with Destro. Or Destro. I keep on saying that wrong. Or what do I got in my discard? I do have him, explosives. I could do him. So I think I will do tunnel rats. Yes. All right, so I'm going to add him back into my hand. And then all right, so I'm going to go ahead and send muskrat and tunnel rat. Man, he's got stealth. Again, that's not going to help me. Well, this guy does have explosives. All right, so I'm going to go after Destro here with this guy. This is going to give me explosives 3. And I might as well try to go after him with muskrat. And then go ahead and use zap as well. And I'll use one of my GIs from him. So I'm going to get 1. He has 3 for explosives. And then I get to roll 5 dice for muskrat to see if I get any 2s. I got 1, so now I'm down to, I need 4 successes. So I needed 1 there for 3. He only gives me 1, and then he gives me 3. All right. So now I'm going to need 4 successes to eliminate Destro. 2, 4, 6, 7. Finally. All right, so Destro's out of here at least. So he's not going to stop me from handling that, at least for the time being. All right, and that's successful, so he's going to just drop him. All right. And then I'm going to try to handle one of these battalions as well, so I'm going to spend the GI with that and see if I can get lucky here. I could use the tomahawk. Yeah, I think I'm going to go and do that to give me explosives. So at least I get 4 dice out of this. And probably needed it. All right, so then that one's eliminated. This is going to go into his discard pile. And then this is pretty much a dud, unless I want to drop that APC. It is nice, but yeah, I think I'm going to hold on. I'm just going to leave it for now. All right, so I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buying power. Tracker and marksman, so tracker would be good for that. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this guy. Okay, so these are going to go. Get those 2 and shuffle. All right. So that is the end of the round. So again, we have no effect for the story. There aren't any other conditions out there. So then we're going to move it up 1 and we have to resolve 1 card. So this is a precision strike at the end of your turn. Increase explosives or tracker. It's just 1. So you could probably handle that. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to this last guy back here. hopefully he can manage it. All right, moving into the top of the round now, over to this guy. Again, I'm going to have to add one. And let's see what I got here. I've got not much at all. Target player gets to destroy a card in their discard. So let's see what we got here. He's pretty much the only one that can do that. So I guess I'll destroy that Cobra Trooper in there. Okay. And then I have just a couple of guys, so I'll go ahead and go with him first. So he's vehicles 3 onto Cobra Battalion. He got him, plenty. And I'm going to try it one more time with my pair of guys here. And no luck on them. All right, and then I have 5 for purchasing power. Go ahead and buy that guy. And these are going to be discarded. This just comes right back out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so not too bad. All right, over to my guy here. Again, I just have nothing right now. All right, so I'm going to play these 2 to go after one of those side missions. I'm going to use this. Lets me change a single or any of the singles. I have to use it during the mission. So let's go ahead and try. I just need 1 single to make this work. I got 1, so that's going to let me change all singles to double results. So at least that was helpful, which triggers that, which lets me decrease by 1. And I'll go ahead and drop one of these guys. And I don't think I'm going to buy anything. I don't really want that. So I think I'm going to hold off there and not bloat my deck. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Shuffle this, and that comes back out. We're flying through these rounds. We're just not making any headway. These battalions are chucking me down here. All right. All right, I think I might actually be able to pull it off here. Possibly. All right, over to this person's turn. Oh, let's see here. Explosives or tracker. All right, so I'm going to play this. This is Spirit and Freedom. He is going to get 3 for tracking for his tracker ability on this. And it says for each side mission you control +1 to this mission. So I would assume with that I get +1 right off the bat. So I just need to roll the dice. And I got it anyways. All right, so that is gone. So he'll go off to the side. And then let's see what else I got here. I'm going to go after that main mission and try to handle that. So I'm going to go ahead and play Muskrats to see if he can help me out there. And we need tracker and tech. So let's see if we got some help here. That comes out right away. So I do have tech for that guy. He has vehicles. I'm going to go ahead and play that. Lets me put a GI from my discard into my hand. And GIs are going to count as 1 additional for this. So I do have another GI, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So that gets me a couple extra there at least. And that is pretty much all I can do. So he is going to get me just the 1. And then this guy gets 4 for that. And then I get 2 for him. And Muskrat is going to give me 1 extra. So I'm going to get all 8. But before that, I do have to roll his 5 and see if he helps me out at all with any pair of 2s. And I'm going to use this, of course, my vamp. All right, so I got 2 successes. All right, so that's going to drop it by 2. So that means I just need 4. So he could have saved my bacon there. So we'll see what happens. Let's roll him in sets of 4 just to be fun. So I need 4 successes on this. There it is, 4. That's all I needed. So I can just roll these and not have to worry about it. Wow, that was very, very successful. All right, so that finishes us off. So it's going to drop the threat by 2, and then each player gets to draw a card. All right, so add 1 to each of my players. And then this is going to go in the success pile. All right. Whew, that was nice. Okay. So that takes care of that. These are his. So those are going to go in the discard. No, they're not. This is going to go in the discard because he was the one that played that. All right, so we're back over here. So I might as well spend these 2 to go after one of those. So I'm going to get 3. Ugh, nothing. All right, no luck because I don't have anything else. All right, so then we're on to purchasing. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I might as well go ahead and promote to get my last guy in there. And I have 2 left. I think I'm good. So I'm just going to waste those. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I have no other effects currently out. Then we have to resolve that. So we're going to have to draw a complication. We have anonymous tip-off. So each player shuffles 1 Cobra Trooper into their deck. All right. So that kind of sucks. All right. So this will go into his. And then that's going to advance 1 at the end of the round. All right, so starting off the new round, we have a new one coming out. So this is the final mission in section 2. This is grab the rare crystal element. Cobra won't give up the rare elements to power the mass device without a fight. And it looks like they've learned from their earlier mistakes. So we're going to have 2 complications out. And put the Baroness into play. This mission has +1 difficulty for each mission success that I have so far. So this is going to bump it up by 3 as I've had 3 successes. All right, and with the Baroness, this story missions must be started by a leader. Okay. So it's going to go over to me to start us off. And unfortunately, I do not have a leader to trigger for that. So, and she is stealth and tracker. These guys and their stealth and tracking. Man, it seems like I've had a lot of that. All right, so we do have a Cobra Trooper that I could potentially handle. So I'm going to go ahead and throw just 1 at it. And this is a side mission, so we'll see what happens here. That's a 2, so I do defeat the trooper, and it is going to drop threat by 1. Okay, so that takes care of that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and try it anyways. So I'm going to use Deep 6 with the jet. And does anybody have something? He's going to throw in 1 guy at least. So I'm going to get 1 for that. The jet adds 2 stealth to it, and she does suffer from stealth. So I'm going to get 2 for that, and then 1 for my guy there. So I need 4 successes on 4 dice. And I got nothing. Nothing. I can reroll 1. Still nothing. And I might as well drop that for 2 more. And I got 3. Come on. So anybody got anything else? I do not. Just 1 short. All right. So the Baroness is still alive. All right. That gets discarded. And then I have buying power. 3, 5, 6. I guess I will buy that. There's not much else I can do at the moment. And that's it. So those will be discarded. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right, so I'm going to do inspiration. So each player that reveals a leader card in their hand will get to draw a card. I do have one, so he will get to draw one, which is the tomahawk. So that'll come out. Over here, I think I do have a leader as well. No, I do not. Okay, so that's all I've gotten from that. And I'm going to go ahead and pop these 3 down here to go after one of the battalions. So I'm going to get 3 dice. And just 1 success, so that is also a failure. So I have 7 buying power, so I will buy Lightfoot. And I guess I'll buy that. All right. Those will go to my hand. These will be discarded. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right, and the bike's going to come out as well. All right, so over to my guy here. I am going to go ahead and initiate on the, I'm going to go after the main mission here instead of the Baroness. So I'm going to go ahead and start with him. And it lets me use any one skill. So I think I'm going to choose, I'm going to choose explosives. All right. And then for help, we're going to go ahead and throw in Cover Girl. And I'll throw in one guy. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and play this. So this is a smart missile. Target player puts 1 card from their discard into their hands. I chose explosives. Does he have anything else that could help? I could go with Muskrat again. He's been he's been kind of helpful. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So I'm going to play him as well. He doesn't really contribute too much, but he is going to get to roll those 5 dice. So let's go ahead and go with these first. So story mission, you cannot use utility cards to affect this mission. Okay. And the second one is ambushed. Story mission difficulty +1, immediately draw and resolve another one. So this is search and rescue at the end of your next turn. Fail the current story mission and discard this card. So I'll go ahead and give it to him. Hopefully he can handle that. All right. And then I have to choose a vehicle that I want to go with. Is anyone? None of these are going to help on what I chose. Well, I chose explosives, so I could go with the Tomahawk. I think I will do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do Tomahawk. So he actually lets me have 5. I don't know if there's anybody else I really want to throw in here at the moment. So I think I'm going to just stick with that, but at least gives me 2 more. So I'm going to get 5 first for Muskrat and see what happens there. So it is going to be 6 that I need on that. And Muskrat helps me with 1. So he brings it back down to 5. Then I'm going to roll my dice. So I'm going to get 10 dice due to all the different guys. I have 3 here. 4 there for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I actually get 11 dice. So I'm going to roll 5 first. And I got 2 successes out of that. So now I need 3 more. So then I get to roll 6. And I need 3 successes. And I got 3. Just enough. Oh my goodness. All right. So that is going to complete that. These will be discarded. And defeat all Cobra battalions in the lineup. So that'll clear all of these. That's really nice. And it drops my threat by 2, so it's going to bring me back down into green at least. And that kicks over there. All right. So I bought myself a little bit of time, so that helps. And then I had one guy left, so I might as well go after the Baroness with him just for the heck of it. She is not considered a side mission, so, well, there's no point then. There's no way I can do that. All right, so into my buying phase, I have 2, 4, 6, 7 to purchase, and I finally opened things back up. So I think I'm going to go with Torpedo, and I think that'll be it. So I'll add that. These are going to go away. 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be, I'm going to go ahead and discard that completely, and then this will be discarded. All right, that's the end of the round. So there's nothing to handle up top. Then we have this, which is going to move it forward 1, and then at the end of the round, it'll move forward 1 again. All right, back to the top of the order with my guy over here. I have this thing here, and I have to reveal a new mission. So here we have Meteoric Rise. Another rare element has been found in the active volcano islands of the Joes are coming in hot. So this one is going to be, oh, I gotta shuffle those in as we got the new ones out. And some nastiness with that. All right, and this is going to have us use 3. All right, and then we have to place a marker out 2 spaces above the threat marker. If the threat marker reaches that thing, and the mission immediately fails. Okay. All right, so then it's over to me to go. I do have the Cobra Trooper as well. All right, so let's go ahead and go with, it's a boat, so it's not going to help me. Well, I might as well use both of them. And I'll go after the search and rescue boat. All right, so this one is going to give me 2 wilds, and if he defeats the side mission, then it's going to drop my threat by 1. And then Cutter is going to give me 1, unfortunately, for right now. And then if Cutter starts a side mission, target player may destroy 1 card in their discard pile. So I could choose my player over here. I don't know if there's anything I necessarily want to destroy. Does anybody have anything? Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and destroy another one of my guys there. All right, so I got 3 dice. I need 2 successes on that, and I have no other abilities to rerolls. So if I don't get this, then that next mission is going to go down pretty hot and quick here. And I did. Whew, just barely. 2, and that's exactly what I needed. All right, so that's going to be discarded. This is going to go directly into my discard because I have nothing left. And I have 4 buying power. If I control leader, which I do not right now, so it's just going to be worth 4. And I'm going to buy a beachhead. Okay. All right, over to my middle guy. I did complete that, so it does go down by 1 because of his ability. All right. I think I'm just going to go ahead and end my turn. So I get 2 buying power. If I choose, I can gain 2 additional, but then I'll give the card to the next player and add it right to their hand. So I think I'm going to go and do that instead. I'm going to go ahead and add Airborne directly into that player's hands. Okay. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. over to my player over here. I do not have a leader. Bareness is stealth and tracking. I do have a little bit of that. So I think I'm going to try to go after her. So I'm going to go ahead and use Torpedo. He has Stealth 3. If a sea transport is used in this mission, +2 wild skill. I do not have a sea transport right now. So I'm going to go ahead and add that as well. All right. And then I think I'm going to use this as well to discard a card up in the row. So I'm going to get rid of this one here and get a new one out. So that takes care of that at least. All right. And does anybody else want to chip in? Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one here. So this beachhead adds 4 stealth as well. So he's going to add 4. This guy adds 3, and I get 1 for that. And then each of the players gets to draw a card because of him. All right, so let's see if we can get the Baroness out of here. We need 4 successes. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so she has been eliminated at least. So she's not gonna continue to mess stuff up there. And then let's see what else I got here. I have a Cobra Trooper, which I just drew, of course. Tracker and vehicles. Explosives, Recon. So I'm going to go ahead and use Tunnel Rat on him. I'm going to go ahead and use explosives for that. Gives me 3. I got him. So he's gone. And then I could initiate against that. If I do that, I could use the plane to give me +2 stealth, and it gives me +3 wild skill. That could actually, this might actually be able, I might be able to pull it off here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to use him, and I can use one other person in this. So does anybody else have anything? Tracker or vehicles? So I have 3 vehicles. Okay, so that could be good. Or do I have anything over here? So 1 + 1. He also has vehicles. No, I think I'm going to go with this guy here. So I'm going to go with Flints. So this is +2. If there are +2 transports in the hangar, which there are, it's going to add +2 wild skill to target, and target player gets to draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and draw 1 back into my hand. All right, so now I got to figure out what I'm getting out of this. So again, this is going after the main mission here. I do have to resolve these, so let's go ahead and take care of these first. So first off, we've got company, add 1 Cobra Battalion to the leftmost uncovered card in the lineup. Immediately draw and resolve another card. Thanks so much. This one is a tech, uninvited guests. I'm going to go ahead and give it to this guy. Next, we have story mission is +1 difficulty. And then we have another mission. Oof. At the end of your next turn, fail the current story mission or discard this card. And discard this card. This one's really nasty. That's vehicles and explosives. I might be able to handle that, so I'm going to put it on him. All right, so now I got to figure out what I need. So first off, if an airport transport is used in this mission, add 2 wild skills. And I'm going to get just 1 for him because I'm not using an ability that matches up with that. Then I get +2 stealth, which doesn't matter, but I do get +3 wild skill because this is a thing for that. Then I get 3 for vehicles, as that does require vehicles. So I have 2, so I get 1 more, and then I get 2 more wild, so I'm going to get to roll 3 additional dice on top of all this. All right, and I need 6 successes. So let's start off with 4. Or I need 11 total, so I'm going to roll 5 and then 6 again. All right, so first off, that was a good roll. So there's 3, that was 4 and 5. All right, and then here's 4 more. And there's that. So I had a couple extras out of that, but I definitely got it. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. So I definitely completed this. So this is going to have me decrease threat by 1. That'll come off. And target player gets to draw 3 cards. Well, this guy really needs to get this done, so I'm going to go ahead and have him draw 3. So I'm going to shuffle these back up and have him do that. Well, actually, this guy will be discarded with it because he's not the one participating in this. This will go into his discard, just in case I end up drawing him again. All right. All right, there's that. That goes into the completeds. Okay. And this comes over here. All right. So I have 2, 4, 6, 7 buying power. I'm going to go ahead and get this guy here. And that'll go there as well. All right, so I got 2. All right, so that's going to end the round. So again, nothing is going to happen. We're going to have to resolve this first, so it's going to move it up 1, and at the end of the round, it'll also move it up again. And then to start the new round, we have the secure the rare liquid elements. So it's going to come out. So this one is the ocean floor holds many mysteries. It'll be the last of the Joe's problems, least of the Joe's problems if they don't stop Cobra from attaining the rare liquid. At the end of each player's turn, add a Cobra battalion to the lineup. Here we go with the lineups again. Okay. All right, and I'm doing okay, so it might be worth just failing that one to move us along and get to that final mission. I don't know. We'll see. All right. That was it for him. I get to draw 3 more. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. So now we're moving over, and there's no. Okay. All right. So we're good. All right. Starting over here. So I have this first that kind of need to address, and let's see what we can do here. It is tech. I don't have any tech at the moment, and that one's martial arts, which I don't really have either. All right, so let's go ahead and go with. I'm going to start with this one here. So he's going to give me a wild 3, and it gives me +1 hit on this mission if we're in yellow, which we are. So that works out. So I just need 2 successes now. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that. So I'm going to get 3 on him, and I'm just going to use the vamp. I won't use the other one. All right, I got 2 successes, which is what I needed. All right, so that eliminates that one. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this during that, which lets me, let's target player draw 2 cards. I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 myself. Okay, so it might help me to do some more stuff here. All right, so that takes care of that. Then we have, I do have that Cobra battalion in there that I might want to handle. So I still don't have any of that. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do that one there with this. All right, so he gives me 2 wild, and then I get to choose. So I'm going to go ahead and use the vehicles for 3. All right, and I think that'll be good. So I need 2 successes, which I got. All right, so that's eliminated. Because of that, Ripcord defeats a side mission. It's -1, so that's going to drop that. Wait a minute, is this a side mission? It is a side mission, isn't it? It is. Okay, just want to make sure I was getting that right. All right. I don't think I want to do anything else per se, so I'm just going to go ahead and spend the rest of these to get some points. So I get 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points. Whoa! That boy's got some points there. All right, so we need martial arts for this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Jinx for 4. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab that one for 4, or for 3, so that's 7 so far. Ooh, he's a leader. I'm going to go ahead and grab him for 14. That's pretty good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hold on there. I'm going to draw 2 more into my hands. These all go in the discard. All right. At the start, or at the end of each player's turn, I have to add 1 to the lineup. All right, so it's over to my guy here. All right. So we'll go ahead and start with this. Lets me roll 2 dice. Good with those doubles. Awesome. All right. Let's go ahead and go with this one next. So each player reveals a leader from their hand. They get to draw a card. And I do not have a leader for my guy. No leader here. We've been pretty consistent with this. And I do have a leader. I have a couple leaders in my hand, so he gets to draw one, though. And it's Cobra Trooper, of course. Oh, man. All right. So from there, I do have a Cobra Trooper that I have to handle, and I have to handle that. So let's see what we got here first. So I do have some explosives. So I'm going to go and do that. So that's 3 that I can use on that. On that. So that would give me 4. Ooh, I don't have much else to do. So I'm going to have to hope that that holds up. All right, so I'm going to get 4 dice. And I need some successes. Vehicles, and yeah, and I don't have any of those up here. So I'm just going to go with the vamp. And we'll see what happens. I need 5 successes out of this. And nothing, absolutely nothing. No successes at all. Wow. And I have only 1 reroll. And it's a dud again. Even with all of those cards I was able to draw. It didn't matter. All right, so that is a fail. And then go ahead and use that because that's not going to do me any good. I'm going to go ahead and play this. It says if I defeat a Cobra Battalion this turn, I get to draw a card. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to have 4 on that. So that's enough. So I get to draw a card, which isn't going to help me. All right, so at the end of your next turn, you fail the current story mission and discard this card. So this is going to go away. That is going to fail. And I'm going to increase by 2, and the Baroness is going to come out. All right, so we're into the final thing here pretty soon. This is going to be discarded. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 buying power. All right, so this is Marksman and Explosives. And it does need the tank, so I guess I'll go ahead and buy that. So that was 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I got 8 left. Tracker. Buy that guy. It's 11. Shark. That's explosives, martial arts. All right, so I think that's about it. So these are going to go here. All right, and that's going to go away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that is it. So over to my player over here. So first off, we have to bring out destroy the mass device. This is the final showdown. Either the mass device meets its explosive end or the entire world is doomed to obey Cobra. All right, so this is going to have me place out one complication. Put Cobra Commander into play. If the threat meter is not red, also put Destro in there. I keep saying his name wrong. I don't know why I keep screwing that up. And Cobra Commander is out too. All right, so we got a little bit of everybody here, of course. And there is no other reoccurring effects with this. So then each one of these guys. So first off, the Baroness, we must start it with a leader in order to be able to handle this. And we need Marksman or Explosives. Destro is going to have us reroll any doubles. And at the end of each round, we have to draw a complication. So I really want to get rid of him quick. And then at the end of each round, discard all uncovered main deck cards. So all of those will go away. And the story mission is +3 difficulty. So that bumps it up to 10. So we got to get through those guys first before we can really handle this mission. All right, so over to my guy here. So I do have some stuff. All right. Martial arts and explosives. Okay. +3 wild. All right. Well, that'd be pretty risky. But yeah, might as well try it. No, I don't know if that's such a good idea. All right, yeah. Well, no, let's go ahead and start with this one first. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Muskrat onto the Baroness. This is going to give me the stealth plus that. And then does anybody else want to pitch in for this? I have nothing there. Stealth and tracker is what I'm looking for. I do have a stealth with Hawk. All right. I think I'm going to just try it there. So I'm going to get 5 first to see if I get to reduce her by any. I do not. So that was not successful this time. And then I'm going to basically get 4 dice on it. So let's see what happens here. I got 3. I'm going to go ahead and do this to reroll 1. No. Okay, so no luck there. That was a long shot. All right. I do have Stalker. Might as well go ahead and give it a try. So I'm going to go ahead and use him on Destro. I'm going to get 6 dice because he's on it. I'm going to go ahead and do him by himself. He is a martial arts, and he gets +3 wilds if he goes on a mission by himself. So see if we can handle it here. I need 5 successes. And oh, so close. I should have held on to the reroll. I got 4. So both of them were just short by 1 point. All right. And that's pretty much all I can do. So I got 3 buying power. I'll go ahead and buy Ace. So that'll go there. These will be discarded. All of this gets discarded at the end of the round because of Cobra Commander. And then I have to resolve one of these for that one. So put Storm Shadow into play. The guys are just coming out like crazy. Okay, so he's going to be added as a side mission. I'm going to have to figure out who to give him to. He is any one skill. So I might have to give him to this guy because I think I've got some. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and give him to that one. All right, then we have a new set coming out. All right. draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I have to resolve one for that. So story mission cannot use utility cards, so no effect on there, and then we'll bump it up by 1 for that. All right, over to my player here first. I do have a trooper as well. All right, so I'm going to play Duke first to go after Storm Shadow. So this lets me put 1 GI from my discard pile into, which I don't have any. And I also gain +1 wild skill, or the GIs do. So I don't have any, so that's not going to really matter. And then he is Marksman. It's any 1 skill, so I'm going to go ahead and do him. And then I'll go ahead and use Hawk as well. So if you're the active player, +2 wild skill, and it's Marksman, so I'm going to get 9 dice. Yep, I think that'll be it. All right, so 9 dice onto Storm Shadow. So here's the first 8. There's 2, 4, 5, and then I got 1 more just for the heck of it. Just enough. That was a terrible roll, and I barely got through it. All right, so he is at least out of it. And then I have that guy. I'm not too terribly worried about that. I'm going to go ahead and send Jinx at the Baroness, I think. Or I could do it at Destro as well. I think maybe that might be Destro's Explosives and Martial Arts. So I'm going to go ahead and send him with Lightfoot. So if this mission fails, you may defeat 1 Cobra battalion in the lineup, which I don't have. So I'm going to get 7 out of this. I need 5. So there's 5. All right, good. All right, so at least Destro's down. Okay. And this card. That's pretty much all I got. So from there, then I'm going to get to spend. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 buying power. This will go in my discard. This is pretty handy. And this one. I'm going to go with that. Oh, that's too much. I only have 7. 2, 4, 6, yeah, 7. So I can only do these. All right, so I'm going to do that, and I'll draw 3. Okay, these will be discarded. And I have no effects currently in play, so then it's over to the next guy. It's Vehicles and Recon. All right, so I am going to initiate with Shipwreck and Poly. So he's got +2 Recon. I'm going after the Cobra Commander. And then I'm going to go ahead and use Lift Ticket and Clutch. So with this one, he says, for each other Joe with vehicle skill on this mission, I get +1 wild. So I'm going to get +1 there. And he is vehicles. So I would get 2 for him. I'll get 3 for him. And 1 additional because of that. We have 2 here for him. And does anybody else want to put something in? Gives me 8. It's Vehicles and Recon. So I'm going to go ahead and do him as well. So Recon's going to give him 2 more, so he's going to get 2 as well. So I'm going to get 10 dice total. I'm going to roll 5 for my first set. And I'm going to go ahead and use the Vamp. Ooh, that was a good roll. So there's 4. Just 2 more on these dice here, and I'm good. And I got it. Oh, plenty. Finally. All right, so Cobra Commander is out now as well. So it's just down to the Baroness and the mission itself. All right, so these are gone. These will go away. Whose turn was it? I think it was his turn. So yeah, shipwreck. All right, so he's out still. All right, so I got one more card to play. He's got tracker. I could try it. I'd have to roll good, but sure, why not? So I'm going to go ahead and use tracker or Alpine to go after the Baroness. And I could use the jet to give me +2 stealth as well. I think I will do that. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. So that's going to give me 5. I need 4 successes. And I didn't get a single one. If this mission fails, gain 1 card from the main deck, discard. So I get to add 1 of these. I think I'll go with knowing is half the battle. Oof. Get down to the bottom of the deck. All right. So that's pretty much it. And I'm not going to buy anything. I don't want to risk going overboard there. So I think that just goes into my discard and I'll get to draw. All right, so that'll move it over to the last player. And we're getting close. All right, I get 3. All right, so I do have a little bit of help here. All right, so we need Marksman and Explosives. She has stealth and trackers. Getting 2 wild, okay. Not much else I can do, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and throw these 2 at her. So it's going to give me 4 dice. And 2 successes, so not enough, and nothing else is going to happen, so that will end his turn, and that's going to end the round. So at this point, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's nothing out that has any effects, so then we have to resolve this for that effect. So put Major Blood out, and then this goes up by 1. All right. Back to the top of the order with my player over here. He has, at the start of each round, I have to put a battalion out on a... No, there's no 5s. No 5 or higher, so no effect there. I have nothing for this one, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw down and discard and redraw. So I don't even want to buy anything at this point. All right, so I got a little bit that might be able to help me out here. Okay, over to my middle player to go. And again, we don't have any high value ones out there. Marksman and Explosives. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start it off. I'm going to go ahead and go after that final mission there. All right. So, and I'm going to go ahead and load it up. I'm going to go with the APC, so I can have 8 characters out there. So I'm going to throw him in there as well. And then over here, I'll go ahead and put these 2 in, or these 3. And then finally over here, I'll go ahead and use her. Yep. All right, so that's 5, 7. So that's everybody. That's all I got. All right, then we have to resolve complications. So it's a tank attack at the end of your turn. So I'm going to just go ahead and toss that over here because it's pretty much all going to come down to this, more or less anyways. All right, so we have to figure out how much I'm rolling here. So I do have a couple of options here. All right, so this is Marksman and Explosives, so she's going to get 4 for that. He's going to get 4 for that because she has Explosives, he has Marksman. Then we have over here, if you have 2 more transports in a hangar, it's +2 wild skill to target, and target player draws a card. Draw a card, okay. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so he's going to get 1 plus the 2 for the wild, so he's going to get 3, and then I have 4 there. It's Marksman or Explosives. Okay, I messed that up. I'll go with the Marksman then. So I'm going to get 3 for him. And then he has Marksman, so he's going to get 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 there, 6. So I got 6 more dice plus what I got out here. All right, so let's go ahead and roll. I need 7 successes. All right, so we've got, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I didn't even have to roll the rest. Now my dice start working. And I had plenty of other options if that wouldn't have worked out. All right, so the results of that are you win. So I hope you found this video helpful. This is a challenging game. I think this is one of the first times I've actually been able to pull it off. So I was thinking about cutting down the video, but I wanted you to see how it is done because I have heard that also some of other people have had a hard time as well. So again, let me know in the comments down below if I got anything wrong or if there was anything that you saw that I could have done better potentially. I definitely had a hard time in those middle missions. I got really bogged down there and almost lost the game right there because if you have to put out the 6th Cobra Battalion, the game is over and you lose. So I hope you found this video helpful and interesting. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see anything else around this game. And until next time, I'll see you later.